Yeah, so this started around about a month ago. Usually in the UK, they tend not to have flags on poles in public places, such as on...
It's a very American, a very Israeli thing, but not
yes.
so much a British thing.
It is, yes. And in Israel, it's seen as a uniting factor. You can see at left-wing rallies and right-wing rallies, everyone is flying the Israeli flag. But in the UK, it has connotations more towards the right-wing and right-wing nationalism. But it can also be flown when there's a big sporting event, such as a football or soccer event. And over the summer, there was the England women's soccer team were in the European Championships and ended up winning, and it was a moment that united the country. And there were many flags that were put up. And now there was one town council in Birmingham that decided to make some changes to a lamppost, and they removed the lamppost and thus removed the flag. And this angered people because they thought they are getting rid of the
flag. And
exactly, the flag, not the lamppost. So this launched an operation called Operation Raise the Colours, and this is where throughout the country, in big cities, in small towns, everywhere, they are putting up flags of St George's Cross, which is the red and white flag of England, and the Union Jack, which is the flag of Great Britain. As I said, this harkens back to nationalism and nationalist parties, specifically in the 1970s with the National Front and more recent parties.
But fast forwarding to now, it also connects us to another hot potato. For many years now, that is now becoming perhaps the talking point. Nigel Farage is a man with a plan, yet again.
Indeed. So with these flags, these are actually coming at a time in which tensions are at their peak between the right wing and migrants in the UK. In fact, in a recent poll in the UK, it said that almost half of the country would be willing to get rid of to stop migrants coming into the country and to remove those who entered in recent years. This is something that as recently as about a decade ago would have been seen as a far-right opinion, a fringe opinion, but now it is seen as the mainstream, and that's why in every recent
these are
poll...
Brexit numbers.
They are, yes. In recent polls, Nigel Farage is coming out in a landslide, and if there would be an election tomorrow, he'll probably be the Prime Minister. So he has come up with a plan to deal with the migration issue. This is something that more than half of the country also believes that this is the main issue that they should focus on with their voting.
And the Starmer government is dealing with it how?
So the Starmer government has said that the Farage plan, which is to get rid of 600,000 migrants who are currently living in the UK, sending them back to where they come from, and giving those countries financial incentives and sanctioning them if they don't agree to it. He said that that is not viable. He came up with a plan last month with French President Emmanuel Macron, a one-in, one-out policy to stop the migrants coming in on these small boats. If there was
those
coming
small
on
boats again.
Indeed, always the small boats. He said that if they would send them back to France, and in return they would take a migrant from France who's passed the screening checks, and they would take them into the UK. He put a statement out today on social media in which he called this grown-up diplomacy, in his own words. So that's clearly a potshot at Nigel Farage, that he thinks that this is not a viable solution.
Yeah, a juvenile diplomacy. All right.
Indeed, yes.
Well, it is fascinating to see this trend of opinions that belong to the fringes now paving the way back to mainstream. Joe Brown, our Union Joe, thank you so very much for this.